Alright guys, welcome back to another market update video. In this one, we will talk about the headline indices, the Bank Nifty. We'll talk about the other important indices in Nifty as well. Uh, we will also discuss about the global markets towards. So before we begin, if these videos have been helping you out, make sure that you and share. Also, you can ask your doubts in the comments. I will be glad to help you guys out. Right. So with that, let's begin with the video. So in the last video, I talked about Nifty pulling back to this level, which is around 19,700. All right. So what happened after that was Nifty started to break out. All right, which is cool. But I specifically mentioned not to chase longs in the index. All right. So I was very clear about not taking this breakout trade. Now, why is that? Now, if you see, this base is not the primary base for this move. All right. It is extended. It is an extended base. It is a very tiny base on the daily chart as well. Just two candles on the daily chart, and it is not the primary base for for a big up move here. All right. You cannot expect the market to continue to rally after already giving two legs of up move. Usually the third leg is the last one, right? So now it has pulled back to this base again, and now the key level still remains 19,700. All right, this 19,700 level is very key here. I will just remove everything. If you see, this base right here is now a proper base. There has been a breakout out of this base, and this 19,700 level. All right, this 19,700 level, Nifty has moved up uh, exactly from that level. So this level is of very high importance, and this is how well the bases work. All right, you don't have to worry about breakouts or anything. You just have to worry about where was the previous base. So this is 19,700 level, which is key for the coming days. All right, if we start breaking down, all right, if we start breaking down, we can easily move down to 19,350. Right, the next base is at 19,350, and I'm talking about the base low, because demand comes from the base low. You see, price goes down and then there is a spike of demand. Price comes down and then there's a spike of demand. Here there's a spike of demand. So demand is coming from the base low. There is no point looking at the previous resistance level, because the demand here is a weak demand. Right, the strongest demand will always be at the base will be at the base low. Right. So if 19,700 starts to break on the downside, we will see 19,350. Right, there is another demand right here, but I think if it breaks and sustains, we can easily come down to 90,350. So Nifty right now, again, I would not take any longs here. This is the first pullback into a very extended base. So I will be very careful with taking longs in Nifty. So let's talk about Bank Nifty here. Bank Nifty is actually on the stronger side for a change of character. Bank Nifty is on the stronger side. The base still remains here. All right. The base still remains around 45,300. This is my level for a change in trend in Bank Nifty. All right. There is no there is no need to panic if there's a sharp candle here, because that will just be a correction into the actual bullish base. Right. So here Bank Nifty is stronger. So obviously now, if Bank Nifty is stronger, there is no question of longs in Nifty. All right. If Bank Nifty gives a pullback and starts to push up here, then Bank Nifty maybe becomes a good candidate for a long trade. So till now, what we saw was that Nifty was leading the pack, but after this breakout right here, Bank Nifty has become significantly strong again. All right. So Bank Nifty, we can look for some longs. If you look at the daily chart, this is again your demand level, which is around the same level. This band of 45,350, let's say 45,300 to 45,400. All right, this is a very strong level of demand. Right, this entire band right here, extremely strong level of demand. If Bank Nifty anyhow slips down to these levels, you can definitely expect some sort of a bounce back from here on. All right. Now there's another possibility that since Bank Nifty is stronger, it can continue the breakout. In this case, I will not be buying Bank Nifty. All right. I will not be buying Bank Nifty in this case. I might buy some PSU banks since I discussed about PSU banks again. The PSU banks are strong, but Bank Nifty I won't be buying at this level. All right. In Bank Nifty also, if you see, the major move is actually being led by SBI. SBI is moving extremely well. We have talked about PSU banks in the previous videos, and PSU banks have performed very, very well. They will probably continue to perform. So SBI and ICICI Bank are the two banks which are actually leading the move. HDFC Bank and Axis Bank haven't really done a lot here. Axis Bank still looks decent here. It's not like it's bearish here. The demand level is around 950, 960. But HDFC Bank, there is no point looking at any longs in HDFC Bank here, all right? It's under this supply. There is not, there's no acceptance above this supply. It's again trying to push lower. So HDFC Bank, nothing is really going on in HDFC Bank. If you have to focus on something, I would say focus on Axis Bank. Maybe Axis Bank is the one which which leads the next up move. All right, uh, leads the next up move, or uh, maybe you get a dip buy into Axis Bank as well. All right, pretty strong chart here. Let's look at a few other indices as well. Let's look at Nifty Metal. First of all, Nifty IT. We talked about this supply. I was very uh, I had already told you guys not to take a long into this breakout because we have moved directly into this supply, and now you can see what happens from that supply. All right, so this is a very key supply here because this is the highest point from where it made a new low. So this entire range is very, very key for Nifty IT. All right, obviously IT is not bearish until this zone is broken, right? So till this zone is broken, it's not bearish, but this is not a place to take a long trade. Right? It's moved up a lot. These are big stocks; they take time to move. This is definitely not the place to take a long trade. Let's look at Nifty Metal. Nifty Metal again. This was the supply which I was talking about. It was extended, and now it looks like Nifty Metal is trying to push lower. All right, it is trying to push lower. It's still bullish until it breaks this base. It will still be bullish, but don't take longs in Nifty Metal now. All right. Obviously, it hasn't broken anything yet. It can still break out here, but I won't be chasing this move anymore in Nifty Metal. All right. The key level for Nifty Metal is 63,300, 63,30. All right. So this is your key level for Nifty Metal, which is 63,30. Right. So this is right. So let's look at the global indices as well. Dow Jones, I have been talking about Dow Jones for a long time that it is trying to break out of this entire base, constantly doing bullish, constantly forming bullish higher lows, and finally it has broken out. Now obviously things are extended, so there is no point making a view here. But for the level in Dow Jones, it's 35,000. Very simple level, 35,000 here. If it breaks on the downside, I will stop taking overnight longs. All right, in stocks as well. Um, so let's look at Nasdaq as well. Nasdaq here, if you see, Nasdaq is actually breaking down. So this is not a good news. This is your uh, last demand area, and this is actually starting to go now. All right, so not exactly good for Nasdaq. There's also, I think, broken the EMA. Right, so if you see hourly EMA is gone, this base is gone. So Nasdaq is not looking great here. Avoid IT stocks for now. All right, avoid IT stocks. Maybe limit your overnight longs. If Nasdaq starts to fall, markets will definitely start to take a U-turn. All right, so this is extremely important here. The next support for Nasdaq is quite lower here. We can go probably 2-3% from here still. All right, so keep a watch on Nasdaq because the actual base is right here. There is one demand zone here as well at the high of the base, and the proper demand is somewhere here. All right, so Nasdaq can move down to these levels very quickly. So please be careful in Nasdaq. All right. So we'll end the video here. Again, if you stuck around till here, uh, make sure that you like and share and subscribe. Definitely helps with the algorithm. All right. I will see you guys in the next one.